Sige. With that, let's call the meeting to order. Can we do the roll call, please, for records purposes? Thank you.
Afternoon and welcome to this back Charlie. Please acknowledge once your name is called. At our back officer attorney Roberto Martinez Ventura,
Present.
Lieutenant Colonel Valentino Janela, Miss Amneris Gabriel, Miss Diana Ines Briñas,
Present online.
afternoon Miss Jocelyn Ching, and our end user from the ADMS, Architect Emerson Salas.
Present, ma'am.
For the back technical working group, we have Attorney Frank Edward Marti, Attorney John Bumasiglat, Attorney Edelisa Erugin, Mr. Alfred Destura, Attorney Sir Miss Lolita Hubay, Engineer Joferan Joseph Torrefranca,
Present. Good afternoon.
Miss Maria Cristina Balonon, and for our back secretariat, we have our overall head, Dr. Rolly Bayaban, Irish Presyon, Engineer Sonny Villabert, and our minute speaker for today's meeting, Ms. Eloisa Casimiro. Sir, also present today are the other members of the back secretariat as well as our observers from the DOTR, IAS, ASFI, PCCI, and COA. That's all for the roll call, sir.
All right, thank you. Considering there's a quorum, let's proceed with the primary items in the agenda. The first being the pre-bid conference for the project entitled Improvement of Passenger Terminal Building at Davao International Airport, amounting to 47,119,531 pesos and 64 centavos, an ADMS DOTR downloaded project. Do we have prospective bidders for this?
Yes, sir, we have prospective bidders for this, sir.
Okay, let's already admit them, and then the presenter, please prepare already. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. To our prospective bidders, sir, ma'am. For records purposes, please state your name and the company that you represent. Can you please write that in the chat box, please, for records purposes? And after the presentation, you may, if you have any questions, just please state your name and the company that you represent before asking. Thank you. Attorney Bo will be presenting for this.
Architect Emerson Saad, the AMS engineers who will be presenting for this one.
Thank you.
Karil, to the chair. Karil Donato, Engineer Karil Donato will present for the pre-bid conference.
Good afternoon, everyone, and to the bidders. To the back sec, can I confirm if you can see my screen first?
Not yet, ma'am.
Good afternoon again. Can I confirm if you can see my screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, this time I will present, and before that, good afternoon to the chair and to everyone, and also to the bidders. Today I will be discussing the pre-bidding conference for the improvement of passenger terminal building at Davao International Airport. Uh, for the invitation to bid, the complete title for the project is Improvement of Passenger Terminal Building at Davao International Airport, with the source of fund from the DOTR downloaded projects under GAA CY 2018 Batch 5, with the approved budget for the contract of 47,890,931 pesos and 64 centavos. Shown on your screen is the required minimum technical personnel, which includes one project civil engineer, one electrical engineer, one mechanical engineer, one construction foreman, one construction safety and health officer. And at the right portion of your screen is the minimum major equipment requirement as enumerated. Next is the required pickup license. The prospective bidders must possess a pickup license of medium A license category B for building and industrial plant, and also for the duration of the project. It should have the project has the duration of 240 calendar days, inclusive of 25 rainy unworkable days. And for the bidding documents, which the bidders can avail at the BAC Secretariat with the applicable fee of 28,000 pesos, inclusive of 12% VAT. For the bid data sheet, for ITB Clause 3.0, Certificate of Site Inspection, duly signed by Engineer Rex A. Obsena, Airport Manager of Davao International Airport, or his authorized representative is required to be submitted. The Certificate of Site Inspection shall include the following documents as attachment. First is the copy of company ID of the person who conducted the site inspection, a copy of the airport or facility visitor's logbook with the entry of the name and signature of the person who conducted the site inspection, and a picture of the proposed site, including the personnel who conducted the site inspection, together with the airport manager or his authorized representative. Bids not complying with the above instruction shall be disqualified. Shown on your screen is the illustration for the certificate of site inspection. This is a attachment of the bidding documents, and also the illustration of the company ID and the airport logbook. For bid data sheet ITB clause 5.2, for this purpose, contracts similar to the project refers to contracts which have the same major categories of work, which shall be building construction or improvement or rehabilitation or repair. For ITB clause 7.1, subcontracting is not allowed. And for 10.2, bidders shall submit all eligibility and technical documents as specified in Section 10 for the checklist of technical and financial documents. This will be discussed later on. And for ITB clause 10.3, valid pickup license or special pickup license in case of joint ventures and registration for medium A category B for building and industrial plant for the type and cost of the contract to be bid. Bids not complying with the above instructions shall be disqualified. For ITB clause 10.4, The key personnel must meet the required minimum years of experience set below. For key personnel, we have project civil engineer, electrical engineer, mechanical engineer, construction foreman, construction safety and health officer with a general experience of 5 years in general engineering and a relevant experience of 3 years in building construction, improvement, rehabilitation, repair, concreting of roads or other horizontal structures. Bids not complying with the above instructions shall be disqualified. For ITB Clause 10.5, the minimum major equipment requirements shown on your screen. Bids not complying with the above instruction shall be disqualified. For ITB Clause 11.2, bid exceeding the approved budget of the contract for the project shall be disqualified. For ITB Clause 15.1, the bid security shall be in the form of a bid securing declaration or any of the following forms and amounts. The amount of not less than 2% of the ABC if bid security is in cash, cashier's or manager's check, bank draft, guarantee, or irrevocable letter of credit. The amount of not less than 5% of the ABC if bid security is in surety bond. For ITB Clause 16.0, each and every page thereof shall be initialed, signed by the duly authorized representative or representatives of the bidder. Submitted eligibility, technical and financial documents shall be properly marked with index tabs or ear tab and must be sequentially paginated in accurate order in the form, just for example, page 3 of 100, page number of last page of the document per envelope basis. Pagination should be sequential based on the entire span of the whole documents inside the envelope. Bids not complying with the above instructions shall be disqualified. Number 2, each bidder shall submit one copy of the first and second components of its bid. Shown on your screen is the sample illustration for ITB Clause 16.0. With initialed or signed and must be sequentially paginated in accurate order. Bids not complying with the above instructions shall be automatically disqualified. For ITB Clause 19.2, partial bid is not allowed. The infrastructure project is packaged in a single lot and the lots shall not be divided in sublots for the purpose of bidding, evaluation, and contract award. ITB Clause 21, the following relevant project documents are required to be submitted. First is the construction schedule, the bar chart and S-curve, Earth CPM network diagram, manpower schedule, construction methods, and equipment utilization schedule. Construction safety and health programs approved by the Department of Labor and Employment for the improvement of passenger terminal building. For the special condition of the contract under GCC Clause 7.2, in case of permanent structures such as building of types 4 and 5 as classified under the National Building Code of the Philippines and other structures, this will be of 15 years. For GCC Clause 13, the amount of the advance payment shall not exceed 15% of the total contract price. However, as per Department of Transportation policy, procuring entity will not give advance payment to contractors. And for GCC Clause 15.2, the amount to be withheld for failing to produce as-built drawings and or operating and maintenance manuals by the date required is 2% of the contract price. Shown is the checklist of technical and financial documents. For the first envelope, we have the technical component envelope, which includes legal documents, the technical documents, and the technical documents. And the second envelope, which is the financial component envelope. For the plans of the said project, I will be presenting the walkthrough of the proposed expansion. Shown is the exterior perspective. The aerial perspective. The interior perspectives. The exterior perspective. The aerial perspective. The main stairs at the main lobby and the VIP lounge. That's all for the technical details of the project. With me are the engineers and architects from the ADMS who will also provide help for the clarification later on. Next is the scope of work. For the scope of work for item SPL number 1, mobilization or demobilization. Mobilization shall include the activities for the cost of transportation of the contractor's personnel, equipment, and establishment of offices, and other necessary facilities for the contractor's operations at site. And for demobilization, this includes the disassembly of offices and other facilities on site, as well as the removal and hauling of debris and rubbish materials. For SPL number 2, temporary facilities, this includes staff house and service vehicle. For the service vehicle, this covers the provision of one service vehicle, at least 2018 MPV model service vehicle. For the exclusive use of CAAP engineers, which supervise the project for the period of 240 calendar days. Next is the civil or structural works. Under this item, we have the site works. This item includes the demolition of existing concrete pavement, dismantling of existing partial tempered glass window, demolition of existing partial wall, excavation, backfill, soil poisoning, gravel base, and disposal works as indicated on the approved plans. Survey works must be conducted prior and throughout the completion of site works. The total area of site works is 153.30 cubic meter. Next is the concrete works. This includes the construction of concrete works, including formworks and installation of reinforced steel bar for column footings, column, beams, slab on grade, wall footing, escalator pit, elevator shear wall, and all structural members as specified on the approved plans. The volume of concrete is 38.91 cubic meter for reinforcing bars, 3,153.53 kilograms, formworks, 25.92 square meter. Next is the steel works with a total weight of 23,477.96 kilograms. For tile works, this includes the provision of tile and stonework components of the prior to installation of 600 millimeter by 600 millimeter polished floor tiles on areas included in the approved plans. The total area of tile works is 891.60 square meter. Next item is the architectural works. Under this item, we have the carpentry works, which includes ceiling works. This includes the provision of ceiling works, including 600 by 600 by 0.70 mm thick stainless steel perforated panels, and also 4.5 millimeter thick FISM board painted finish on area included in the approved plans. The total area of ceiling works is 459.33 square meter. Next is the drywall, which includes the 12 mm thick fiber cement board painted finish on areas included in the approved plans. The total area of drywall is 8.33 square meter. Next is the painting works with a total area of 267.66 square meter. For doors and windows, we have a total provision of doors, 8 sets, and number of windows, 12 sets. For electrical works, under this item, we have the lighting and power conduits and fittings, wires, lighting fixtures, boxes, ventilation equipment. Next is the plumbing works. Under this item, we have site works for the excavation, backfill, gravel bedding, and sand bedding of holding tanks, catch basins, pipe trenches, and other covered areas not mentioned but indicated on the approved plans. Next is the sewer line system. This item includes the construction of sewer line system, including the roughing in of pipes, installation and attachment to all necessary fixtures, provision of pipe fittings, accessories, hangers, support, pipe sleeves, pipe tags, and other miscellaneous and consumable and connection to main sewer for proper disposal of waste, as per approved plans. Next, for plumbing works is the water line system, which includes the cold water line system, including its roughing ins of pipes, installation and attachments to all necessary fixtures, provision of pipe fittings, accessories, hangers, support, pipe sleeves, pipe tags, and other miscellaneous and consumables as per approved plans. Next is the provision of septic tank, catch basin, and trench drain. Next is the relocation of holding tanks. And another item is the special equipment works. Under this item, we have the dismantling of existing special equipment. First is the existing elevator. This includes the dismantling of existing 4 units hydraulic type passenger elevator, including its controllers, hangers, supports, mechanical and electrical components, and other accessories as indicated on the approved plans. Next is the dismantling of existing escalator with the complete dismantling of existing 4 units escalator. Next is the special equipment works, the provision of elevator, and this is shown on your screen is the specification for the elevators. And the provision of escalator. Also shown is the specification for the escalator. Next is the provision of contactless common use self-service kiosk. This includes the installation and programming of 4 units contactless common use self-service kiosk. Shown is the specification of kiosk. Next, for the interior works, under this item, we have the decorative lobby partitions, the overhead ceiling slat accent, the mezzanine slat partition, the mezzanine and stair railings, and the powder room. Next is the sample test cited specification pre-testing certificate. All scopes of work for this item must be in accordance with the approved plans and specifications. Quality and types of materials must conform to specifications and must be approved by the project in charge of CAAP. The contractor shall be responsible in providing personal protective equipment for staffs and workers and safety inspectors or safety engineers on site while construction is ongoing. Regular safety and weather reports should be accomplished. The contractor shall be responsible for all laboratory, material testing, environmental compliance certificate, safety permits, and survey instruments necessary in the project implementation. All expenses shall be incorporated in the contractor's overhead cost and shall not be considered as pay item. That's the end of my presentation. At this juncture. The technical working group, together with the end user from the ADMS, is now ready to entertain questions and clarifications from the bidders. That's all, Mr. Chair.
All right, thank you. Do you have any questions from our bidders present today?
Mr. Chair,
Yes,
um,
both.
there's just one thing I would like to clarify from the presentation because the video that was flashed a while ago includes two different projects. I think they included the expansion of the PTB, and for this particular project, it only focuses on the improvement of the existing passenger terminal building. So I think it would be best if Engineer Donato could clarify on the matter and show the visuals only of the improvement of the existing lobby.
Yes, sir. This is the scope of the improvement of the passenger terminal building. Can I share my screen?
Yes, proceed. Still, you're still sharing your screen.
Okay po. Shown is the main lobby and mezzanine. Next is the initial security to lobby. And also the outside public concourse. The right side passenger entry. The public concourse area. The main stairs. And last, that's all, sir, for the scope of the project.
Thank you, Engineer Karil. That's all for our part, Mr. Chair.
All right, thank you for clarifying, Attorney Bo. So at this juncture, do you have any questions from our prospective bidders that are here today? If you have questions, kindly just introduce yourself and the company you represent, and then raise your questions. Our end user will be here to answer them. Okay. Mukhang wala. Just inform everybody. Should you have any questions and you're not able to raise them here, you're still allowed to send them to us in writing, and then we will answer them and issue the necessary bid bulletin should the need arise. You have to send it to us at least 10 days prior to the scheduled opening of the bids. All right. So again, just for the last time, do you have any questions? If there's none, yeah, we can close this item already. So thank you for attending. We look forward to your submissions. And again, should you have questions, just write to us through our secretariat. Thank you. We can already move forward, please. Thank you.
Sir, we will just be clearing the room before the next item, sir. Sir, we are okay to proceed with the next item, sir.
Okay na? Sige, moving forward, we have the next item on the agenda, which is the pre-procurement conference for the project entitled Asphalt Overlay of Runway, Asphalt Overlay of Road Network and Runway Strip, Embankment at Calbayog Airport. So, amounting to 15,246,859 pesos and 51 cents. An ADMS DOTR downloaded project. This is for pre-procurement. Who will be presenting this?
Good afternoon, sir. This is Glenn Ferratero, sir. I will present the Calbayog asphalt overlay.
Go ahead, please.
Okay. Can you see my screen, sir?
Yes, sir, we can see your screen.
Okay. Good afternoon, all. The end user would like to present asphalt overlay of runway, asphalt overlay of road network, and runway strip embankment at Calbayog Airport. This will be the site development plan of the project. As you can see, ito pong blow-up section ng number 1 natin. Ito po yung first scope niya, covering the asphalt overlay sa runway with a total width of 15 meters by 140 meter length. And then yung hatch amber na kulay, which is the runway strip embankment. From station 300 to station 504 with a width of 7.5 meter both sides. Next, ito yung road asphalting of our road network. Yung lahat po na naka-hatch na kulay green, yun po yung magiging coverage ng ating asphalt overlay with a total square meter of 4,290 square meter. Then yung description niya is one layer of 50 mm thick asphalt pavement. Asphalt overlay of runway, then asphalt overlay of road network and runway strip embankment at Calbayog Airport with JACY 2017 DOTR download project with a total amount of 15,246,859 pesos and 51 centavos. The prospective bidder should possess the following: for technical personnel and equipment, also for pickup license with a small B license category C and D. A complete set of bidding documents will be acquired by the bidders in the amount of 28,000 inclusive of 12% VAT. Under BDS, ITB clause number 3, certificate of site inspection duly signed by Mr. Carmelito Esquadra, the officer in charge of Calbayog Airport, or his duly authorized representative is required to be submitted. This shall include all of the following documents as attachment to the certificate of site inspection, or copy of company ID of the person who conducted the site inspection, copy of the airport or facility visitors logbook, and picture of proposed site, including the personnel who conducted the site inspection, together with the airport manager or officer in charge or his duly authorized representative. Bids not complying with the above instructions shall be disqualified. For ITB clause 5.2, contracts similar to the project, asphalting of roads or other horizontal structures. Subcontracting is not allowed. For ITB 10.3, valid pickup license or special pickup license in case major and registration, small B category C and D, horizontal works, roadways, pavement, railways, airport, horizontal structures, and bridges, for the type and cost of the contract to be bid. Bids not complying with the above instructions shall be disqualified. Then ITB 10.4 are the key personnel must require the required minimum years of experience set below. Also, The minimum major equipment requirements are the following. Again, bids not complying with the above instruction shall be disqualified. These are the checklist of technical and financial documents. The- these are the scope of work of the project. For SPL1, mobilization or demobilization, and then under asphalt overlay of runway, item 302, bituminous stock coat with a total volume of 3 metric ton with the coverage of work from station 300 to station 0 plus 440. Width of 7.5 by 2, which means both sides, and a total length of 140 meters. Item 310, bituminous concrete surface course hot laid with a total volume of 469 metric ton and the coverage of from station 0 plus 300 to station 0 plus 440. Sorry. With a total width of 7.5 by 2 on both sides, then a total length of 140 meters. We also have SPL2, removal and disposal of temporary transitions. Coverage of 615 square meter from station 0 plus 300 to station 0 plus 440. Then SPL3, resealing of concrete joints with a total linear meter of 1,000 linear meter. Under asphalt overlay for road network, item 301, bituminous asphalt prime coat MC70 with a total volume of 8.081 metric ton. Item 310, bituminous concrete surface course hot laid with a total volume of 500 metric ton. Then last, embankment of runway strip. Under this scope is item 104, which is embankment, with a total volume of 527.85 cubic meter, including the 15% compaction. That's all, Mr. Chair. The end user would like to request posting of Calbayog, asphalt overlay of runway, and road network runway strip at Calbayog Airport.
All right, thank you for that presentation. Do you have any comments or queries from our members, including our TWG Secretariat for what was presented? Ano din ba si Frank? Wala.
Good afternoon, Mr. Chair. Present,
Yeah.
sir.
We're able to catch at least the checklist portion maybe. Wala namang comments.
No further comments from the TWG, Mr. Chair. Sir, the TWG also recommend the posting of the project, Mr. Chair.
All right, thank you for that, Sir Frank. Members, do you have any questions, clarifications? If there's none, maybe we can have a motion, please. The recommended action is for posting.
To the chair, I'd like to make a motion.
Yes, Ma'am Dayan.
I'd like to move to post the asphalt overlay of runway, asphalt overlay of road network, and runway strip embankment at Calbayog Airport.
Thank you, ma'am. Do you have any second?
Second, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. There being motion duly seconded, the recommendation is hereby adopted and the motion is carried. This is for posting asphalt overlay, runway, asphalt overlay of road network, and runway strip embankment for Calbayog Airport. User kindly coordinate the necessary documentation for posting with Sir Sunny of Secretariat. Thank you.
Okay, sir. Noted, sir. Thank you.
Sige. Do you have anything else for today's agenda?
None from the TWG, sir.
Okay. There being no more items on the agenda, we can already adjourn the meeting. Thank you everyone for attending this afternoon's Back Charlie meeting. Secretary, kindly just notify us of the further schedule para sa meetings natin. I think konti na lang naman to. Ubus lang natin.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So we have another meeting tomorrow, sir.
What time?
2 p.m. in the afternoon. 2 in the afternoon, sir.
Sige.
I guess this is opening, sir.
Okay.
No, this is pre-bid, Attorney Irish.
Pre-bid. Pre-bid po pala.
Sige. Okay, thank you. That's noted. Thank you everyone. Magandang hapon. Thank you Ma'am Dayan, Ma'am Bani, Ma'am Joyce. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.